Shalom, shalom. Call hello, Yahweh, Ba'ashem, Yahushai, Ba'ashem, Kakadash. Capital honors to the elders of Great Millstone. And peace and salutations to the elect of the nation of Israel. And to speckled bird Israelites that are scattered abroad that look like the heathen nations. To y'all say shalom. And shalom to all you brothers and sisters that maybe listen and learn to these videos. And shalom to all you brothers that are out there on the highways of always doing the work of the Lord these latter days. Shout out, wake up the elect. And that's magnified name Yahweh, which is the true and only name of who the word really calls God or the Father or the Almighty. And that's magnified name Yahushai, which is the one and only true name of who our world or who this world calls Jesus. And I also wanted to mention that this video is for the Israelites, only the elect of Israel, because that's who will receive it in these last days, this truth. 2/3 of our people will be destroyed, and the Israelites today are who you call so-called black, so-called Hispanic, so-called Native American, so-called Puerto Rican, so-called Cuban, Dominican, I'm not sure if I said Puerto Rican, Jamaican, Haitian, Guatemala, the Panamanians. Those are Israelites today, always have been and always will be. I'm coming back at y'all with another video on, basically, it's like going to be about probably different topics. Probably it's been on my mind. It's been on my spirit lately. It's been a while since the last time I made like a video like this, where y'all see my face, cause his phone, man, my phone been acting up. I do make videos with my face showing, cause I need to show my face more. But it's like been on my screen, like my screen record thing on my phone, and then I don't know, like it's been acting up, and then I don't have a lot of storage in my phone, so I've been having to delete videos constantly, and I'm doing this on a different device. That's why it looks a little different. But it's really how I really like to do videos. I like to show my face. I want to show my face, and I want to do longer videos than 10-20 minutes. But I want to talk about this. What just happened today? I think the CEO of Bed and Beyond. Y'all can see that. I don't know how much I can see that or how clear it is. But it says, or CFO, it says he's 52 years old. He jumped to his death from 18th floor of NYC's Jenga Tower following company's plans to lay off 20% of staff and to close the 150 stores. Hey, well, I'm going to get this in the book of second entries, man, because, I'm probably tired of this video. Horrible times are coming. Repent. And, the Day of Atonement is tonight, so you're in this truth, man. It's time to get your spirit right, man. Keep this Day of Atonement, which is tonight's sundown, only in a couple hours. While I live at, it goes down at like 8 o'clock. So, Day of Atonement, you don't fast. I mean, you do fast like you. Let's say, man. You don't eat or drink for 24 hours. Like, you don't eat or drink until like the next day when the sun goes down again. So that's the Day of Atonement tonight. It's a time to reset. I always hear brothers say that. A time to really throw up a lot of prayers. You should always be doing it. But really, when you're fasting, because it's like when you're fasting, you're giving extra time to your YASHAMIAHLA. You humbling yourself because you're not even feeding your flesh. Your flesh is yearning to be fed with food or anything else. It's in 2nd Ezra chapter 16, and I'm going to give verse 17. It says, woe is me, who will deliver me in those days? It's talking about the prophet Idris. It says, the beginning of sorrows and great mournings, the beginning of famine, right? That's coming, that's still coming, because I've noticed the prices of food have went up, and I believe, when the MOTB comes out, at CHIP, that's going to be during the time of a famine, because my brother had a dream about it. My rib, she had a dream about it. It was around that time, where the whole world was, tempted, like it says in Revelations. It says, and great death. That's happening now, and that's going to continue happening. That's going to increase, right? Because I believe it might have been last year around this time. It was like some type of supermodel or something. She jumped off a building and killed herself. She did the same thing. It was around this time last year. It says the beginning of wars, right? You know, and wars have always been happening, but really over here in America, which is Babylon the Great, where I'm at, you know, you really haven't had a lot of like major wars happening over here on the shores of America, but that will come. That's coming quickly, right? You know, World War III is going to happen. It says, "And the power shall stand in fear, the beginning of evils. What shall I do when these evils shall come?" Right? And a lot of our people, you know, you so-called blacks, so-called Hispanics, and Native Americans, y'all don't know what to do. You know, even these Edomites, these so-called white people that you live by, you live next to, you go to work with, they don't know what to do, man. You know, they don't think that evil's gonna come. They don't even want it to come because you know you got pastors in these churches. They're telling people that peace is gonna come when it's not biblical. That's not scriptural. It's not gonna happen. You see, what else you have that's happened this week? The so-called water crisis in Jackson, Mississippi. You know, we got brothers out there. You know, shalom to y'all. You know, if any of you brothers come across this video, you know, I already know the Lord got the brothers that's out there doing the work. He's going to cover them. You know, but you got a lot of you just got a lot of strange activity going on, man. You know, people are on the edge. You know, and the spirit of mirth, you know, and happiness is not even there. Like to be proud to celebrate these holidays they got coming up, because I think today is the Day of Atonement, or tonight the Day of Atonement, and tomorrow is Labor Day at the same time when we have the Day of Atonement. And I don't really see many people posting stuff about coming together, you know, or having no cookouts. I don't see that stuff, you know. That spirit is dead, you know. The only place left for America is death. That's the only place. That's the only thing left. Death. More and more plagues coming out, because I believe they're supposed to be coming out with another booster jab, you know. And you know Jake is going to take it. You know how people's going to take it. You 2/3 man, y'all going to take it, you know. Even though there's so much information and evidence they have lied to you, they even came out and told you that, you know, it didn't work, or that they did lie. They even came and told you that. But what does Jake do? They're so under a spell, or so under a delusion that they should believe a lie, that they're just going to do it. You know? I'm going to read this in verse 19. It says, "Behold, famine and plague and tribulation and anguish are sent as scourges for an amendment." All these things are happening so you Israelites can get your act right. You know? But, hey, it says this in verse 20. It says, "But for all of these things they shall not turn from the wickedness, nor be always mindful of the scourges." You see? Because this is what? Verse 41 says, "Behold, victuals," was talking about your food, your resources, your basic necessities. It says, "Victuals should be so good cheap upon earth that they should think themselves to be a good case, but even then shall evils grow upon earth, sword, famine, and great confusion." Right? You still got Edomite policemen, you know, Edomite centurions, should I say, still killing you Jakes. You know, you know, you got the prices of food constantly going up. I remember when the gas prices was going up for a period of time, but you know, Esau likes to switch up things. They'll hit you in this area, then they'll hit you in that area, then they'll stop doing this in this area for a certain period of time, then they'll ramp up this, you know. And right now we coming into fall, you know, it's September now, and you know, hey, they're talking about this CBDC supposed to be coming out. You know, I think they said December 13th or whatever, and you know, I just be thinking, like, most of these people are not paying attention, man. You know, recently they just took down the post on my IG that I had posted about the it's like a sign of a Starbucks saying that they're going to go cashless by October 1st, and they took it down. You know, and I posted this probably like 3 days ago. You know, and they just now took it down. You know, and I'm like, I don't really care. I mean, I was kind of shocked because I kind of always post stuff like that, you know. But they don't always be messing with my stuff. But, you know, they pick and choose when I guess they want to take it down, I guess, you know. But hey, I ain't worried about it, you know. I know what's going to come. But you Jakes, that you know, that come across these videos, you know, you walk by the prophets, you know, man, the Lord out there in the highways and byways. Hey, the Lord going to judge you, man, you know. And we're not going to lift up a prayer nor lift up a cry for you. You know, because everybody has heard this word, man. You know, it's so late in the game, man. There's no excuses. You know, everything can shut down right now. You know, there's also what else happened? Oh, I believe it might have been it might have been 2 days ago when Biden had a speech. Me and the brothers in my camp, you know, I'm down here in Louisville, Kentucky, you know, with the brother King's Wisdom, brother Yeshaya, and we got two other brothers. You know, we was talking about how Biden had a speech, and you know, I forgot exactly what the brother said he was talking about, but I got it kind of pulled up over here. It's like a red background, man. You know, and you know, red is always associated with blood being shed or just evil times coming. And that's what the word evil means. I think it means bad times. Evil means bad times. I believe. I could be wrong. A brother could correct me, but I think it means that. But he had a speech a couple days ago, like I just said, and you know he got the you know, red background. It looked like he got, like, you know, soldiers set up. This is what's getting ready to happen: sedition amongst men, insurrections. You know, them knocking on your door asking you if you took their jab. Them pulling people out of their homes. These times are coming. You know, we keep warning you Israelites, man, but we know only the elect is going to get it. We know only the elect is going to repent and stop worrying about this world. You know, worrying about this world, because this world is fading away. But I'm gonna keep reading on down in 2nd Ezra 16th chapter. This is verse 20. It says, "But for all these things, they should not be mindful of the wickedness, nor be always mindful of the scourges." Actually, Jacob's getting more bold in wickedness. I'm noticing that. You know, our people they're getting more bold in being in their wickedness or being in their sin. You know, that you think about that, that's crazy. Like, how you gonna get even more bold and more confident with being an evil, wicked nigga? How you gonna be more confident in being like that? This says I'm gonna read verse 22. It says, "For many of them that dwell upon earth shall perish of famine, and the other that escape the hunger shall the sword destroy." Right. So if you a Jake, right, and if you don't die by that hunger, and you could die by just you could die by a wild animal eating you, could die by Esau, you know, himself. You know, because FEMA camps are gonna be set up in these times, man. Well, they're already set up, but they're really waiting for all hell to break loose, man. That's what they want. You know, and we're waiting for that time too, because when that time comes, then that's when YASHAMIAHLA, he's gonna do miracles in the earth, man, for the elect. You know, not all Israelites, but for the elect. This is verse 23. It says, "The dead should be cast out as dung, and there should be no man to comfort them." Right, you know, when there's mass casualties, mass death, you know, a lot of dead bodies being out there in the streets because of, you know, some people are dying of mysterious illnesses or sicknesses. Ain't gonna be no funerals for you. Ain't nobody gonna be there to pick up your body and put it in a casket. We're gonna have a certain, nah, those days are gonna be over with. Right? It says, "For the earth should be wasted." Right? It says, "The city should be cast down." You know how you see on the movies, like where the city is destroyed, like buildings are collapsed. You know, cars, you know, have been set on fire. You can see that it's burnt up. There's no windows. The cars have been sitting there for a long time. There's grass growing out of the side of the building or growing through the windows. That's how it's going to be. You know, those are the times that we're coming in. You know, and I know I didn't really watch the speech that Biden had, but from the looks of it, you know, these elites, you know, they know what spirit that these people are in over in America. They're ready to rise up. They know. So it's only a matter of time, you know, before all hell really break loose. You know, it's only a matter of time. We don't have that much time left, man. You know, like the warning, you know, the exhortation, the encouragement to tell you to repent. You know, you Jakes have been told. You know, y'all have been warned. Now, I'm gonna get this in the book of Joel chapter 2 real quick, right? This is Joel chapter 2 and verse 1. It says, "Blow you the trumpet," meaning tell this truth. You know, let them know, these Israelites, who they are. Tell them who they are. This is a sign of the Lord my holy mountain, the Israelites, us, Jacob. Let all the inhabitants of the land tremble, right? Be scared, you know, be fearful. It says, "For the day of the Lord cometh, for it is nigh at hand. A day of darkness and of gloominess," right? A day of clouds and thick darkness, right? And there's gonna be a time to where all the electricity, all the power's gonna go off, man. I remember, I think it was the beginning of the summer, like in June and May. We kept hearing about EMP attacks. Now it didn't happen, but it will happen. It didn't happen over here at least, but I believe that they're gonna shut down the grid. You know, one of these days, you know, soon, you know, and it's gonna be a darkness like, you know, ancient Egypt, you know, to probably where it can be felt, you know, and a spiritual darkness because these people ain't gonna know where to go, where to turn, you know, when that time comes, because calling on Jesus ain't gonna save you. That's not his name. You know, being you Jason say you your own God, or you say the black woman is your God, that definitely ain't gonna save you. You know, or even if you try to call for Esau to help, that's what he wants you to do. He's putting that he's giving you that bait and he's gonna pull you out the water and devour you. You know, so called like a fish. You know, that's what he wants you to do. It says, as the morning spread upon the mountains, a great people and a storm, there have not been ever the like, neither shall be any more after it, even to the years of many generations. You see? So this is a time like never before that we're coming into, man. You see? Yeah, so I think right here on the speech it says, I don't know if I can see that. It looks weird on my side, but I've done, you know, videos like this before, and I tried to show y'all on my phone. And like when I end up rewatching the video, just looking at it, it looks clear, but from when I'm doing it now, it looks unclear. But it says, Biden delivers an address outside Independence Hall on extremist threat to democracy. So these devils are ready, man. They're ready to roll. You know, they're ready to roll. Let's get that in the book of Revelation chapter 12, verse 12, real quick. Revelation chapter 12, verse 12. It says, therefore rejoice, ye heavens, and ye at the world, in the most inhabitants of the earth and of the sea, for the devil, talking about the so-called white man, it says to come down unto you, having great wrath, because he knoweth that he have but a short time. You see? And these devils, they do know they have a short time. That's why they're moving so quickly. You know? That's why they're talking about these EMPs. You know, like I said before, the gas prices were rising like every week. I remember going to work every day. It seemed like every other day at least, the gas prices would rise up like 10 cents, 15 cents, and then they would bring it back down. They'll keep doing it to mess with people. And then they were talking about, you know, like I said, the EMPs. Food prices have not stopped rising. You know, they've continued rising continually. You know, there's been no breaking point. You know, I remember I took a picture of a piece of, not a piece, but a package of turkey meat. It was $10, man. It's never that much, you know, usually. You know, it's at a Walmart, you know. But I've never seen it be that high, but it's going to continue going up. You know, brothers' rent's going up. They've raised my rent up, you know. So we got to be prepared to lose, you know, things, you know, in the times to come. We can't put our faith and our trust in this world, you know, or in carnal things, you know. We can't do that. Because if we do that, then we lose. Then we won't get the kingdom. Then we'll have to be reborn in the kingdom. Let me say that like that, you know. We're going to be destroyed if we try to go back like Lot's wife and, oh, well, I forgot my shoes. I forgot my garment. Hey, we ain't going to be able to take these garments that we even got on that we out there teaching with. We ain't going to be able to take these in the chariot, you know. This is a physical thing, man. We're going to be given immortal bodies, you know, when the Lord returns with the angels, man. You know, we're going to be given immortal bodies, man. We ain't going to have these, you know, it's a nice garment right here and stuff, but we ain't taking this. I ain't taking this shirt. I ain't taking my pants I got on. I ain't taking nothing that I have on with me. Let me see what he said, Salakia. Yeah, because I heard it wasn't really too good, man. You know? It wasn't really too good. Like I said, they got that red background. You know, and red is symbolic for, you know, death or evil times or, you know, bad things. You know? When you think of red, you don't really think of, you know, good things happening or good things going on. Like, say, if you have a red button and a green button, right? Red is for, it's like, say, green is for go, red is for stop, right? You know, somebody said go, you're gonna press the green button. You know, you have a positive way to go. Red, iron, you know, it's associated with something bad. You know, um, hey, you know, somebody put on the comment board. I still don't know if I can see that. Look like it's kind of reflecting off my phone. Somebody put woe to them that call good evil and evil good. Somebody said this was a scene like out of the Hunger Games. Wow. Yeah, I told you, man, they ready to roll, man. This devil is ready to roll, man. We are truly at the end, man. I'm going to go back to 2nd Esdras, the 16th chapter, because it talks about that. You know, even more. You know, further down. They are ready to roll. You know? Let me go down real quick. I'm going to go down to verse 39. It says, even so shall the plagues be slack to come upon the earth. It says, shall not the plagues be slack. The plagues aren't slack, you know. It says, and the world shall mourn and sorrow shall come upon it on every side. Man, everybody's feeling it, man. You know, everybody's feeling it. And that's what they're basically trying to make it. You know, easily you saw Edom, they want everybody to be conformed to their image. You know, even their own people. Right? It says, oh my people, talking to the Israelites, it says, hear my word, make ye ready to thy battle. And then those evils be even as pilgrims upon the earth. So we're going to have to be on the move, man. Like I said, we can't take nothing with us, man. You know, it says, he that selleth, let him be as he that fleeth away. Right? It says, he that buyeth as one that will lose. Right? Exactly what I keep saying. Like, you know, you gotta be ready to lose everything. You can't be trying to take stuff with you. None of this stuff is gonna matter. You know, because like I said, the CBCs, when they come out, everything going digital. What is gold and silver going to do? I really don't understand when people be saying, you know, or these preppers be like, oh, get your money out the bank, you know, trade in for gold and silver. What is that gonna do if the power goes out, you know, and there's no food on the shelves? You know, what is gold and silver going to do? Nobody's going to eat a block of silver or eat a gold bar. What is that going to do? I really don't understand. You know? And the power goes out, you know, they have the EMP attack, you know, that ain't going to do anything for you. It ain't going to feed you. You know, you ain't going to eat it. Nobody's going to want that if they're hungry anyway, you know? And people ain't even going to care about that. So it proves that in that day when everything collapses, riches are not going to save you. It don't matter if you could have 10,000 bars, gold bars stacked there. That's not going to do anything. They're not going to take it. It's not going to be a form of currency, you know. It says, he that occupieth merchandise is he that hath no profit by it. Hey, that's exactly what happened to the dude that jumped off and killed himself. The Bed Bath & Beyond CFO, you know. He knows what's getting ready to happen. These and I think that was last year around this time too also, or you had a lot of CEOs or CFOs, they basically step down from their company because they know what's going to happen. They know that there's no future in America, man. You know, these Edomites, man, like the scriptures say, what does it say in the book of Luke, Salakia? It says the children of this world are wiser than the children of light. So these Edomites, they know what's coming down the pipe. They're at least preparing, but, you know, in their way of preparing is physical. Ours is supposed to be spiritual. You know, you got most of our people, they're not even preparing physically at that. They're not even doing that. It says, as he that have no profit by it, he that buildeth as he that shall not dwell therein. Right. You know? You got Jakes that's trying to still, like, you know, prosper over in America, man. You know? And the value of the currency, there's no value to it. It's, what's the word, Salakia? It's fiat currency. It already don't have no value. You know, it only means something because they say it means something as of right now. But, you know, if you're vigilant, if you're sober spiritually, you paying attention to the prophecies, you occupied, and the news, you know, you watching the current events, you will know what's going on. You know, I hate when Jakes be like, oh, well, that's always been going on. That's always been happening. Well, hey, you should still pay attention because one day, you know, there's going to be an event or a situation that changes everybody's life. It don't matter if you're in the truth or not. You know, I'm going to read verse 44. It says, they that marry as they that shall not get no children, and they that marry not. It says as widowers, right? And, you know, you got a lot of these people that took them jabs, man. Hey, they ain't gonna be able to have children, man. They ain't gonna be infertile, you know. You know, a lot of people have died from taking them jabs. It says that therefore they that labor in vain, right? What you did, and it all comes to naught. It says, for strangers shall reap their fruits and spoil their goods and overthrow their houses. You see? That's what's getting ready to happen. It says, and take their children captives, for in captivity and famine they shall get children. It says, and they that occupy their merchandise for robbery, the more they deck their cities, the more their houses, so like their houses, their possessions, and their own persons, the more will I be angry with them for their sin. You know, so as people do these things, man, the Lord is going to continually ramp up the judgment that He's already bringing, man. And we come into the worst time in history like there's never been before. We get that in the book of Daniel, chapter 12 and verse 1. You know, it says that their time shall Michael stand up, that great prince will stand up for the children of thy people, and there should be a time of trouble, such as never was since there was a nation, even to that same time, and at that time thy people, the Israelites, the elect, shall be delivered, everyone that should be found written in the book. So, you know, when all hell breaks loose, Jacob trouble pops off, you know, that day of darkness, that day of gloominess, not like I brought out the book of Joel, the second or third chapter, you know, the elect will be saved, the elect was going to eat, you know, the elect is going to get that spiritual power, and if you don't, you're going to have the angels come down and protect you, you know, because Esau's coming like a flood, you know. If I could find like a quick video of Biden speaking on that speech, I'm going to try to find it and see what he said. And show it to y'all. Cause I want to see what he said. Hey, I might have found something.
A nation of hope and unity and optimism, or a nation of fear, division, and of darkness.
They know that. They know what state they know what state this country is in. It. People are scared. People are are ready to rise up. People are in darkness. That's from the scriptures. People don't know what's going on. People don't know what's going to happen. People don't know if they're going to have a future. You know.
Republicans have made their choice. They embrace anger. They thrive on chaos. They live not.
That's crazy because that's what they want to happen. They want chaos to happen. You know, he's acting like he's there to help because he's a puppet. But the ones that's over him, the elites, man, they the ones that's actually pulling the strings. They want chaos to happen, man. You know, if they really wanted to, all the money that the elites got, they could fix this country, man, and turn everything around. But hey, we don't want that to happen, man. We don't want to be here forever anyway.
In the light of truth, but in the shadow of lies.
Shadow of lies, man. That's this country, man. Babylon the Great.
Together we can choose a different path. We can choose a better path. Forward to the future. A future of possibility, a future to build and dream and hope.
The fact that he even has to make a speech like that about having hope and, pursuing your dreams. The American dream was never really a good thing to begin with, or it was never really for the benefit of all people like they claim, especially us Israelites, man. This is the land of our captivity. We came over here as a punishment. This is our prison sentence. But it's almost over now since the Lord has awoken us, And the fact, like I said, the fact that he's talking like this is, they know it's over, man. They know it's over, I'm going to play it again.
And we're on that path moving ahead. I know this nation. I know you, the American people. I know your courage. I know your hearts. and I know our history. This is a nation that honors our Constitution. We do not reject it.
That's a lie. That's a lie. They don't honor the Constitution. You know, that is a lie.
This is a nation that believes in the rule of law. We do not repudiate it. This is a nation that respects free and fair elections. We honor the will of the people. We do not deny it.
These devils, man. These devils, he talking about we honor freedom. We respect the will of the people. We do not deny it. Yeah, you do. What about all those people that took these jabs and stuff like that, and they was threatened to lose their jobs? They was, you know, they didn't know whether or not they could go inside the building, you know, if they had on a mask or not. What about all these people that did these things, man? What do you think is going to happen once they find out that they have been lied to? What do you think is going to happen, Esau? Retaliation. But again, like I said, y'all want that to happen. But it ain't going to be in your favor like you think. You know, it ain't going to be in your favor. It's going to be a real bloodbath, man. You know, it's going to be a real bloodbath. You get this in the book of Psalms real quick. This is Psalms chapter 55 and verse 21, because he was lying the whole time. I only played the video for a couple minutes. It says, the words of his mouth were smoother than butter, but war was in his heart, right? And then, meaning in his mind, it says his words were softer than oil, yet were their drawn swords. You see? So he's talking about, you know, they're for the freedom of the people, they're for the will of the people. But meanwhile, people get their videos taken down for saying things that they supposedly have a right to say. You know, people get banned from social media. People get forced to take injections that they don't want to take, you know, regardless of what you believe in. That takes away your First Amendment right there, freedom of speech, freedom of religion. So he just lied. He just lied. You know, and they admitted on Fox News, you know, countless amount of times that Edomite Tucker Carlson, you know, they be talking about how many times that they done lied about these different jabs and stuff like that, and they still coming out with another booster this fall. These devils, man, they not fooling nobody, man. Let me play it again.
And this is a nation that
Of course you got Jake. Jake right there. You got Jake. I doubt the Lord's going to save them Jakes, but I highly doubt it, man. The fact that they even, at that conference or in his speech, they trust in this place, man. Let me get that in the book of Isaiah, the 30th chapter real quick. You know, them Jakes is going to take that CHIP. This is Isaiah chapter 30, verse 1. It says, woe to the rebellious children, said the Lord, that take counsel but not of me, and that take cover with the covering but not of my spirit, that they may add sin to sin. That walk down to go into Egypt, which is America, and had not asked in my mouth. You see? Well, this devil, he keep lying to you. He's admitted that he's lying to you. You know, or they have admitted that they lied to you in the past. And you still trusted in them. So what's going to happen to you? You're going to fall with this place when the Lord finally has everything pop off. It says to strengthen themselves in the strength of Pharaoh, and to trust in the shadow of Egypt. Therefore should the strength of Pharaoh, which is, you know, Biden, be your shame, and the trust in the shadow of Egypt should be your confusion. Right? That's going to be your downfall, man.
As a political tool. We do not encourage violence. We are.
These devils, man. He said, we do not encourage violence. Stop lying, man. He's lying.
There's still an America that believes in honesty and decency.
Man, what happened when Christopher Killaball, whatever his name is, Christopher Columbus came over here? Was it peace then? Was it peace when y'all brought the Israelites over on cargo slave ships from Western Africa? And we're not Africans, we're Hebrew Israelites. You know, we're the Lord's true people, man. Not those fake small hat people with the big noses. You know? Lying.
And respect for others. Patriotism, liberty, justice for all, hope, possibilities. We are still, at our core, a democracy.
See, it's fading away, man. He said, he's trying to convince people that there's still hope with us. There's no hope, man. There's no hope. Hey, call her Lord YASHAMIAHLA, man.
History tells us that blind loyalty to a single leader and a willingness to engage in political violence is fatal to democracy. For a
What?
long time, we've told ourselves that American democracy is guaranteed, but it's not. We have to
So he just told you to trust in this country, but he told you that democracy is not guaranteed. So everything, he just contradicted himself. So are you supposed to trust in it or are you not? Let me get this in James chapter 1 verse 8, man. We cut these Edomites, man. You know, the Lord's not with you, Edomites. The Lord's not with this country. He will destroy it. That will happen. This is James chapter 1 verse 8. It says, a double-minded man is unstable in all his ways. That's why Biden be flying off his bike. You know, what he still caught the virus, you know, even though he's still been jabbed or whatever. Man, get out of here, man. You know? Play it again.
defend it, protect it, stand up for it. Each and every one of us. That's why tonight I'm asking our nation to come together, unite behind the single purpose of defending our democracy regardless of your ideology.
Uh-oh. Let's get this. The fact that he has to even, like I said, ask people to come together regardless of their religion or belief. That's like saying that what happened in the book of Maccabees where Antiochus Epiphanes, when he wrote that all should become one people. That's what their plan is, you jakes, man. Out there still trying to still live your life in this kingdom. One day you're gonna have to conform to their ways, man. The scripture tells us not to do that. This is matter of fact, I'm gonna get this in the book of Luke real quick. Was it Luke 12:51? It says, suppose ye that I come to give peace on earth. It's talking about Yahushua, red letter, our Lord and Savior. It says, I tell you, David, rather division. So the Lord is doing this, man. The Lord got you Edomites divided against you Edomites. The Lord said in the book of Isaiah, I will set the Egyptian against the Egyptian. You know, we already know our people are divided, you know. Even in this truth, man, you got these other camps going off, you know. Brothers falling out the truth, brothers getting spirits on them. So when they are becoming the evil, wicked niggas, man, the Lord is doing all of this, man. No matter if you are Israelite or you are heathen, the Lord is controlling everything from the top to the bottom. You know? So ain't there gonna be no peace. Only destruction and evil is coming to this place, man. You know? And he said, regardless of your ideologies. And like I just said, you know, they take down brothers' pages, they be stalking brothers' pages. So how we gonna all come together with these different ideologies? That's confusion, you know? Get this in the book of Romans real quick, 12 verse 2, right? Because the scriptures tell us not to conform, you know, to the ways of this world. It says Romans chapter 12 and verse 1, I says, I beseech you therefore, brethren, by the mercies of Yahweh, that you present your bodies as a living sacrifice, holy, acceptable unto Yahweh, which is your reasonable service. That don't say present your bodies as a living sacrifice for Esau. That's what you're doing when you join this man's military, when you join this man's army, when you try to get involved in his political system, or you trying to start your own business and start your own campaign and try to build up the so-called black community. We're not black. We're not African Americans. We're not Hispanic. We're not Native American. We're the Israelites of the Bible, man. You know, the Lord told us to present our bodies as a living sacrifice. We're supposed to be a living testimony to what YASHAMIAHLA went through and what he did. You know, meaning go out there and teach. Speak out against this kingdom, man. You know? It says, and be not conformed to this world. Right? What is this world all about? Like he just said, everybody becoming one. You know, regardless of what you believe in. That's not in the scriptures, man. That ain't in the Bible. It says, but be ye transformed by renewing of your mind. Right? We ain't trying to believe what Christians believe. We ain't trying to believe what Islam people believe, Catholicism people believe, or we ain't trying to vote. You know, we're not hoping for the betterment of this country. We're hoping that this country be destroyed, man, in our lifetime, which I believe it will happen. Right? It says that you may prove what is that good and acceptable in the perfect will of Yahweh. Right, man? So we're not supposed to be conformed to the ways of this world, because this country do things backwards, you know? They got all these different TV shows, all these different movies. They pushing that rainbow agenda. And y'all know what I'm talking about, you know? So if we're conformed to the ways of this world, that means you're gonna take on the mindset and the spirit of this place. The Lord don't want no Israelite like that, because he don't have no need for you. That's how we was before we woke up to this truth. We was in the spirit of, you know, America. We was following the ways after America, following the ways after the heathen. you know? And the Lord is not dealing with this place at all, man. These are the base men ruling over us. We're gonna play it again.
We're all called by duty and conscience to confront extremists who put their own pursuit of power above all else. Democrats, independent.
You know who he's talking about, man. Subliminally, he's talking about the Israelites, man. He said, we're all called against extremists to put their power. What people does that, man. And I think really they're going to come for anybody and, you know, any person who basically comes out against the system, you know, eventually. But they're really coming for the prophets of men of the Lord because they know that we have the true God. They know that. They know that we the Israelites. They got all the records. They got all the relics. They got all the statues. They got all the paintings. They got all the books. They got all the history. They even got probably our ancient garments, our ancient swords that we had. They got all the Bibles that we had, all the scrolls that they got everything, man. These devils got everything that we had, man.
It's mainstream Republicans. We must be stronger, more determined, and more committed to saving American democracy than MAGA Republicans are to destroying American democracy. We, the people, will not let anyone or anything tear us apart. Today, there are dangers around us we cannot allow to prevail. We here, you've heard it, more and more talk about violence as an acceptable political tool in this country. It's not. It can never be an acceptable tool.
Man, these devils are hypocrites, man. What's going to happen, though? What's going to happen since he's talking about we can't use violence, or he said it's becoming more acceptable, or whatever he just said? Because that's how they got this country. With violence, shall it be thrown down. And that's happening because the Lord is judging this place anyway. That's why there's so much more violence. And Esau is the one he's the one, you know, that the Lord has doing it. So he a hypocrite. Get that in the book of Revelations real quick. This is Revelation chapter 18 and verse 21. It says, and a mighty angel took up a stone like a great millstone and cast it into the sea, saying, thus with violence shall the great city Babylon be thrown down and shall be found no more at all. That's what's going to happen to America, Babylon the Great, man. Spiritual Egypt, spiritual Sodom and Gomorrah. You know, when the missiles get shot over here, hey, Salaki, our Lord's going to return. Yahushua, who's a so-called black man with white woolly hair, a big afro, with a beard. The angels look just like him. They're going to throw down your kingdom. The Israelites, the ones you had over here in slavery, they're going to be beamed up, the elect. You know, not all of our people. They're going to have to be destroyed and come back in the kingdom. But that's what's going to happen. That's going to be the end of your kingdom. That's going to be a wrap for you, eating by Shakalo into slavery. You know? Y'all ain't going to the kingdom, man.
So I want to say this plain and simple. There is no place for political violence in America. Period. None. Ever.
But you see how he said there's no place for violence. A lot of these major catastrophes or major, what do they call them? Shootings that be happening, that's them. Those are false flags. They the ones that do these things or have them be set up. You know? But the scriptures say, like I said, with violence shall this place be thrown down. That's the spirit in the air. You know? Sedition amongst men. Let's get there real quick. 2nd Ezra chapter 15, verse 14. It says, woe to the world, to them at the world therein, for the sword and destruction draweth nigh, and one people shall stand up and fight against another with swords in their hands. That's coming over here in America. That is coming sooner or later than you think. It says, for there should be sedition amongst men and invading one another. That shall not regard the kings nor princes. The people ain't going to give a damn about what Biden is saying, man. It says, in the course of their actions shall stand in their power. And this is what's going to follow. And man should desire to go into a city and not be able with martial law. Them troops is going to be set up everywhere. They're going to have checkpoints. If you try to get into the city and you ain't got that jab or that thing, hey, they're going to put you down, you know. They're going to, do something to you. It says, for the houses, for because of their pride, the city should be troubled, the houses should be destroyed, and men should be afraid. And the man should have no pity upon his neighbor, but should destroy their houses with a sword, right? The modern sword is the gun. It says, and spoil their goods because of lack of bread and for great tribulation. That's coming. You know, and that spirit is in the air, man. You know, and play it again.
On top of that, there are public figures today, yesterday, and the day before predicting and all but calling for mass violence and rioting in the streets.
That's going to happen. He said there's public figures and mass people, you know, calling for that because that's the spirit in the air, man. And America has been found wanting, like it says in the book of Daniel. That's how you got this country. That's how you got this land. You know, I made a video not too long ago about Mount Rushmore, right? You know, how were they able to carve those faces on the side of that mountain? They killed the Native Americans, you know, who are the Israelites, the tribe of Gad, and then they carved their faces on the side of the mountains. That's how they did that, you know, by force, you know.
This is inflammatory. It's dangerous. It's against the rule of law. And we, the people, must say, this is not who we are.
Yeah, that's exactly who you are.
We can't allow violence to be normalized in this country. It's wrong. We each have to reject political violence.
Hey, man, I'm gonna get this, man, because like I said, a lot of these false flags that be happening, or these major shootings, or these major bombings that be taking place, or these major weather phenomena that be happening, that be Esau doing it. That be them doing that. Get this in the book of Daniel. It says, by peace they should destroy many. Because he talking like he's coming to bring peace, but he's not. You know, he's telling you about peace, but look at that red background, man. You can just feel it in the air, man. Trying to find the scripture real quick. This is Daniel chapter 8, verse 25. It says that through his policy also he shall cause craft to prosper in his hand. Right, so through these executive orders, you know, through his policies, his laws, his mandates, he's going to cause craft, meaning witchcraft, evil, rebellion, to prosper. It's going to be promoted. It's going to be pushed. It says that he shall magnify himself in his heart, meaning his mind. It says, and by peace shall destroy many, because he's going to act like he's coming there to help you, and he's for the benefit of your well-being, but he's not. It says, and he shall also stand up against the prince of princes, Yahushua, but he should be broken without hand. Right. You know, when the Lord come back, all these different armies of the earth are going to fight against our Lord, man. We're coming to the time, man, of the end, man. Call Lord YASHAMIAHLA.
With all the moral clarity and conviction this nation can muster, now, we can't let the integrity of our elections be undermined. For that is a path to chaos. Look, I know politics.
It's like they know, man. They know what's coming, man. They know.
Politics can be fierce and mean and nasty in America. I get it. I believe in the give and take of politics, in disagreement and debate and dissent. We're a big, complicated country. But democracy endures only if we, the people, respect the guardrails of the republic. Only if we, the people, accept the results of free and fair elections. Only if we, the people, see politics not as total war, but mediation of our differences. Democracy.
See, he says not as war. These people are right. You know, you Edomites ain't y'all ain't gonna be able to fulfill y'all NWO like y'all think y'all are, man. The Lord's gonna He's gonna put an end to it, man. He's gonna throw a monkey wrench in it, as brothers always say. You know, they're gonna only get so far. They're not gonna be able to fully complete it like they say and ride off into the sunset. That is not gonna happen.
Survive when one side believes there are only two outcomes to an election: either they win or they were cheated. And that's where I will defend our democracy with every fiber of my being. Never. Businesses are growing. Our schools are open.
That's a lie.
Millions of Americans have been lifted out of poverty. Millions of veterans once exposed.
That's a lie. I just seen an article yesterday about mass evictions coming. So he's lying. He's lying, man. You know, and then you got the prices of everything going on. So what is he talking about? There's millions of schools open or businesses are thriving. No, they're not. You know, over out here where I live at, you know, they got so many teacher vacancies and so many jobs available. It's crazy because they wasn't happening when I was in school. This is before I was in the truth, but And you know, because I think personally it's because people took them jabs, and you know now that everybody's starting to kick the bucket, and they gotten a lot of vacancies open for the bus driver jobs. You know, people don't want to work for Esau no more.
The toxic burn pits will now get what they deserve for their families in the comparison. Fail. They believe America, not like I believe about America. I believe America is big enough for all of us to succeed.
No, you don't.
That is the nation we're building, the nation where no one is left behind. I ran for president because I believe we're in a battle for the soul of this nation. I still believe that to be true. I believe the soul is the breath, the life, and the essence of who we are.
Man, these devils, man. We got that breath of life, man. Yeah, the wisdom and knowledge, you understand. There's no wisdom in teaming, man. Let's get that in the book of Jeremiah real quick. Let's cut you devils, man. This is Jeremiah chapter 49 and verse 10. It says, "But I have made Esau bare, I have uncovered his secret places, and he shall not be able to hide himself. His seed is spoiled, and his brethren and his neighbors, and he is not." So everything is exposed. Everything is out in the open about who you are, what your plans are. You know, people are waking up to the fact that you're not trying to help them. They understand that you're forcing the people to do stuff that they don't want to do. So what's going to happen? Evil, rebellion, uprisings, sedition amongst men. You know, that's what's getting ready to happen. Mass casualties is getting ready to happen. You know.
The soul is what makes us us. The soul of America is defined by the sacred proposition that all are created equal in the image of God. That all are entitled to be treated with decency, dignity. The most powerful idea in the history of the world. And it beats in the hearts of the people of this country. It beats in all our hearts. It unites America. It is the American...
Man. Let me get this in the book of Jeremiah real quick, and I'm going to close out because this video is like real long. This is Jeremiah chapter 51 and verse 8. It says, "Babylon is suddenly fallen and destroyed. Howl for her, take balm for her pain. If so be she may be healed. We would have healed Babylon, but she is not healed. Forsake her." Right. All you different Edomites, all you different other heathens, man, y'all need to go back to your homeland, man. You know, don't put your trust in this place. This place is going to be hit with nuclear missiles, man. You know, and that's going to be the only place that won't be inhabited. It's going to be a memorial of how what not to do. You know, it says, "And let everyone go into his own country, for his judgment reacheth unto the heaven, and is lifted up even into the skies." You see? So that's why that spirit is in the air. That's why he's talking out against people who are talking about violence and killing and, you know, being against America and all this stuff. He's talking about people coming down on America and all that, because that Lord is judging this place, man. The Lord is in control, man. But I'm gonna close out. I'm gonna give all honor and glory to Yahweh, by YASHAMIAHLA, by YASHARAHLA. Double honor to the elders, great millstone, and peace and shalom to the elect. I'm gonna say, YALAM.